What is going on, everyone? Jason, Colonel Cotton Belt here. And it looks like we got a few people in the chat already. We're going to continue the double slip build. Hopefully, I don't have the connection issues like I did yesterday. So I apologize for that on the front end, but we shall see. So, all right. So we got Lynn McCurdy and the HDMMRC channel member in the house. We've got Mickey Collins, Pirates of the Model Trains. Mickey, it was awesome to hang out with you at the train show, and I look forward to doing that again in the future. All right, and so I'm just going to go ahead and aim the camera down. And oh yeah, we got Grit and Grace, Health and Wellness in here, one of my moderators as well. And she is in here. She's going to help me keep an eye on the chat. Not just that, but you can actually talk to her because she's sitting here right beside me, but she will not be on camera today. So, oh yeah, Grit and Grace, that's my wife. That's Amanda. So that's the Mrs. I haven't given her a rank. Probably, I don't know. Lieutenant don't sound right. Probably Sergeant Major. We'll do Sergeant Major. Sergeant Major Cottonbell. And we got another channel member in the house. We got Dwight Curley coming in and hanging out with us. All right, so I went ahead and I have pre-cut all the rail. I have went ahead and filed all the points and the toads, the frogs from since last night. So I shouldn't have a lot of filing to do. So literally we can get in and start taking some of these pieces out. Some of them actually fit in there pretty good. And I think there's only like five pieces that we got to solder in there. So yeah, there we go. So this is where we finished from last night. So we got this side to do, and then the center we'll save for last. And then we'll have to break out the jeweler's saw to hinge our points. And one of the other things I've went ahead and done is these are going to be really, really hard to see. But these are the micro engineering rail joiners. I went ahead and cut these in half. So that is correct. No frogs or toads are hurt during this program. And we got Chris from the Tennessee River Union Railroad in the house. So welcome, Chris. Amanda, Chris is the one who did the painting.
Okay, awesome.
And awesome. I've already figured out what he's going to be painting next.
What's that?
Well, he said my passenger caboose was hideous or ugly or something like that. So that's going to be the next painting. All right. So that way I can show you that these were cut in half.
He said ugly, absolutely.
Yeah. So this one over here on this hand. This is the full rail joiner, and there's the short one that I cut in half. So there you go. And I got my Danes in the house as well. So if you saw a black Dane run behind me, that would be Jada. And Rosie is right now behind the camera. So you might hear them. Come here, Rose. All right, here's Rosie. There she is. That's a good girl. And there's Jada. All right, y'all go lay down. Get out of here. All right, so now we're done with the appearances. What I'm going to go ahead and start doing is we're going to start soldering in, I don't know what you call these rails, maybe the toad rails, because they're not the stock rails. So, okay. And slip switches are the only switches that have toads. There's no other type of switch that has a toad. And once I get it built, I will be glad to explain the difference between a frog and a toad.
So it's actually toads.
Yes. So, and let's see, where's my point form for that? Right here. So if we look on the point form, see this side is where you put your frog pieces in. But this side over here, you point your points and toad. And so there's 4 different rail connections in there, where the frog side only has those 2. Hey, Randall Ellison. Randall, apologize that I missed you last night. So sometimes it's just so hard for me to keep up with chat in this. So I apologize that I missed you. But I do want to acknowledge that you were also in the chat last night as well. So I greatly appreciate you hopping in both today and last night. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. They're on Parrish. Nice to talk to you about this stuff live. Absolutely. All right. So we're going to go ahead and start with this rail here. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just putting in some flux. Oops, I put it on the wrong one. Take that one off. Which flux story?
You thought you had run out. And did we have to order some more? And we ended up finding that, or what was the deal on that? Where I found it, something.
Yeah, I thought I ran out of flux, and so I ordered some. And then, like, literally the day before that the flux came in, I found it. No, it wasn't flux, it was solder.
Maybe that's what
Yeah, it was solder. So, good news on that too, Lynn. No pills to cut in half. That's because you've already done it. All right. So, putting the rail in place.
Randall said, I'm actually getting ready to grab some dinner. So what's for dinner?
Yeah, Randall, what's for dinner? I don't know if y'all can hear Amanda or not, but she is sitting here beside me. Yeah, it was solder, not flux. But close enough. I mean, you gotta have both of them, right?
He said, probably going for some cashew chicken if they're open.
Oh, where do you get cashew chicken from?
Good question. I would try that. It's in Springfield.
Oh, you're in Springfield? Oh, what is that sushi place we really like? There is is it on Republic Avenue?
Yeah, there's 2 locations. There's one on Republic
And the other one I think's on Sun something.
something.
But the one on Republic, we really like that sushi joint. That is some good stuff, let me tell you.
Fresh. It's very fresh.
Yes.
There's a Chinese restaurant down the street from the hotel I'm staying at. Okay.
All right, so the reason why I have to use this file to push the rail in here, because this is where a stock rail bumps. Sometimes this rail wants to bend out from the jig, and when it does that, it can cause problems, and we don't need problems.
Randall said 888 on 7.
Yeah, I don't remember what that place is that we went and ate at. Whatever it was some good stuff. Okay, we've got one rail in. I'll flip the jig around. And we're going to put this one in place.
So Randall is having some Asian cuisine. What is everyone else having?
Can y'all hear Amanda?
Yeah.
Well, you know something? It's kind of pointless to put that rail in there if I don't put the flux in first. Okay, Mickey says he can hear you.
Good.
All right. So she asked, what is everybody else doing for dinner?
This might be a fend for yourself night around here. I don't know yet.
Yeah, it might be.
I think you're Amanda, but a little. Okay. The Tennessee River Union says, fee keeps going. Sucks being on sale data in the midst of moving. So he's having some.
Yeah, I was having connections issues yesterday, so I get it, Chris.
Steak and shake. I haven't had steak and shake.
I think the closest one to us is what, Russellville?
Probably. Tennessee River Union says he had McDonald's. It's Jason's favorite.
The hell you say?
He loves some McDonald's.
Yeah, that's some bullshit right there. Let me put it this way: what Taco Bell does to a lot of people, that's what McDonald's does to me. Now I can get on with Little Caesars. I like Little Caesars pizza for cheap pizza.
Winston, I think everyone is having internet issues. Probably.
All right, the two toad rails are in. Now let's get the frog in place.
Where's the prince?
Yeah, but the toad turns into a prince from who was that? I don't even.
Princess
Yeah, but which princess was it?
says, I can't do Taco Hell. Not a lot of people like that. Randall says the only thing I eat at McDonald's is the sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin and the McChicken. This is going to sound disgusting. This is against popular belief. I used to love their filet fish sandwiches. And I know a lot of people are going to come at me for that. I love their filet fish.
We don't have a Jack in the Box here.
I used to tear this filet fish up.
You know, we got a new fast food restaurant I haven't even been to yet. Whataburger. Yeah, we haven't even done Whataburger yet.
Randall says Taco Bell at West Plains is good. Tennessee River says I only had McD's because I was outvoted by my dad and brother. I wanted Taco Bell. Oh, maybe next time.
No.
Vicky says I can't do McDonald's either.
Yeah, McDonald's, man, that's nasty. Hey, Dwayne from the Fork and Spoon Railroad. So, Dwayne, I actually forgot to ask you yesterday, and I remembered it now. How are you recovering from your mishap? I think it was at work. Was it a work accident, or did you say something to your wife that you weren't supposed to, and she knocked you out?
No.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. He had a black eye.
Randall Ellison says Whataburger's really good, but expensive. But no,
Yeah. But see, so Amanda's got alpha gal. And for those who don't know what alpha gal is, it is a tick-borne illness, meaning that she was not allergic to these foods until a tick that had this special little protein bit her and it made her allergic to all things mammal. And I will tell you, that is not just life changing to that person, it is life changing to the whole family. Because we literally went, oh God, what was it, 2, 3 years not going out to eat at all together. Yeah, I would still go get like food at lunch, but like we couldn't go as a family, you know. And then things with like the holidays would change, as far as like, what foods. Because I mean, she could have chicken, she could have turkey, she could have fish as long as it's not preserved. So it's got to be fresh, it's got to be organic. Because depending on what's in their feed would depend on if that would carry over. And it wasn't just the food that she was allergic to. She was allergic to anything that had mammal byproducts. So that was medicine, soaps, shampoos, lotions, you name it. So that's the only reason why we haven't gone Waterburger yet, is because, well, Waterburger is what, beef? And so like beef places she can't have. So we're very, very limited as a family where we can go.
Dwayne said, yes, it was a work mishap, starting to heal pretty good. Bruises are going away.
Well, that's good, Dwayne. All right. So we've got everything in except for the 2 center point rails. So everything in. So while I'm at this part, well, actually, no, I need to get the center point rails in, and then I can explain the difference between the frog and the toad. So center points, like I said, I've already filed these down. So it's literally, it's going to be hard for you to probably tell, but this is a point and this is a point as well. So it's 2 separate sets of points on this one rail, and there's 2 of them.
It said he worked with a guy that had something similar, long list of foods he couldn't be near.
Yeah, it's.
Jim Tedesco says, hi, Jason.
Hey, Jim, what's going on, man?
Hope I said that.
You did. All right, putting in the first point rail. And then we will see. I gotta hold this guy in there. What is that? What am I missing here? Okay. All right. I think I'm just going to try this one here first.
Glenn says, Jason and Amanda, do you have a habit burger? Never heard of that.
A habit burger? No.
Never heard of that.
Yep, never heard of that either.
It is choppy. The signal. It is definitely.
Is it? Okay. Yeah, I figured that as much. So I'm having some issues with my wireless access point in here, so I might have to get a new one. That is definitely one issue that we will have to get fixed. I just noticed I missed a solder joint right here. There we go. All right. So I've got the first one put in. Now we're going to put in last rail.
Glenn said gourmet burger.
Oh, gourmet. Yeah. Now, Lynn, is it a chain or is it like a? I mean, I would assume it's a chain. Otherwise, you wouldn't have asked me. But like, is it like fast food or is it kind of like on the same level like Applebee's, Outback Steakhouse?
Tennessee River says, I gotta run, gotta finish bringing boxes in. I'll share with you, Jason, sometime this week. The first rough draft of the crew be 3.0.
Okay, I would be looking forward to seeing that, Chris. You take care and thanks for popping in.
Since it's a chain.
Okay.
Correct. Just for
Yeah, we don't have that one here. Okay. I'm going to say that's good. Okay, so this is how she looks now. So we just added these two center rails. And voila. However, it is not done. So, frogs. Let's see here. Let me grab something real quick. And while I grab it, I'm gonna explain why they came out with the double slip. Right here behind you, Amanda. All right, let me make sure I got the right ones because I can't remember. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, that's it. Because
Jim said that's cool, but looks rather complicated.
well, I'm going to explain the purpose of a double slip. So, anytime you have, and yes, these are both for sale, by the way. I've got two, what are these? Right-handed turnouts, for example. So, anytime you have two right-handeds connected throat to throat like this takes up a lot of space. But this allows you to go from either leg on this turnout to either leg on this turnout. Well, what the real railroads did to save space is they took these and they overlapped them like so. And they made it to where you can go straight across from down here to straight across up here, or you could diverge. So it's a combination of two turnouts with basically a diamond in the middle, and that's how a double slip functions. Now, if you're looking for some code 83 switches, and those are Atlas switches, I got them for sale for $10 a pop, and I've already wired in and soldered a frog wire. So, all right. So the next thing that we got to do is I need a Sharpie and a straight edge, because what I've got to do is cut the point rails to add these half rail joiners, because we're going to have to hinge it. So with that being said, I think I know where my Sharpie is. I think my Sharpie is up there. So actually right here. So I found me Sharpie. And the other thing I'm going to need is a speed square. And I see my speed square. You're fine, Jada. You're good. All right. So use a speed square. This will help me figure out exactly where my points need to go, or my cuts on my points need to go. And I'm just going to kind of tap the top of the rail.
Glenn said frogs croaking on Jason's workbench.
That's right. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. There we go. Because the next part gets really fun. All right, so that way you can see the dots. You can see I got them in a straight line there. And a straight line right there. All right. So now I have to pop this guy out. A lot of times these guys don't want to come out as easy. Like, it's snug. I'm gonna tell you that it is snug in there. But like, I'm trying not to break it. There it goes. And then I'll have to do some cleaning and stuff with the file, and I'm not going to do any of that on camera, but I'm just kind of inspecting it, make sure it looks good. There you have it. But we're going to leave the last two ties in there for the time being. Move it out of the way. And the next thing I got to do is I've got to mount some type of clamp. Turn this upside down. All right. And I need to get one more clamp.
CP368 says, sorry I can't watch. I'm 40 miles from home. Battery is 16%, and my 12-volt plug-in, the new car doesn't work. Forgot my portable battery.
All right, Tim. Well, hey, thanks for popping in for as long as you were able to. I appreciate you doing that. All right, so I'm going to take another clamp, and we're going to clamp this, and I'm doing it from the center. So I probably should have showed you this, but my board has a wing cut in it, so this way I can run my saw underneath. And the type of saw that I'm having to use is called a jeweler's saw. So it looks very similar to a coping saw, but here's the blade. It is a very, very small blade, and the blade is designed to cut metal.
Oh, it kind of does. Lanta said it looks like one of those things to help get your boots off with. I forgot the name of that, but yeah, it kind of does actually.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's talking about.
No.
So just get my blade set. All right. So I got to stick the blade in between the ties. Yeah, this is a pretty difficult part trying to do this. Okay. But once you do that, then you can straighten out the tension. Well, what in the world just happened? I'm gonna have to get a new blade. My blade's fine. Okay. There it goes. And my blade just broke. But I'm gonna try to use it with holding the blade instead. Anybody saying anything?
James said your dog wants to say. Do these dogs look like what they look like?
Yeah, they do. All right, got it.
Jim said, "Would the German toll be easier?"
Actually, no, because of where you have to get the blade at, you have very, very small space. Otherwise, I would have said yes. All right, and then I'm just going to set that right there. So that's one. In theory, I would have said, yeah, a Dremel would have been a lot easier, but I mean, you're talking like you only got that much gap.
Jim says German needs to make a kind of cutting list.
Yes, a that would be very, very helpful. Too. Okay. Now on to the next one. I need to adjust this clamp though. There we go. Well, I tell you, this takes a lot of patience. All right, there's two. Mickey, it's all good, bud. All right, we got two done. And I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna go ahead and probably try to do all 8 points and then solder everything in. But now what I got to do is take it. I really don't want to take this dude off. So we're going to flip it around.
The Raiders in the house made it a kernel.
Hey, Joe. All right. Now up for the next one. Oh, that one flew off. All right. There is 3. So that's going to be that one there. Now I have to undo it because I got to move the blade up past one rail. Okay. All right. Last one on this side. So if anybody wants to know where I got a jeweler saw from, I got it from Amazon for like a really, really good buy. That one flew over to Amanda.
Now, why are you throwing things at me?
Well, where did she go?
Oh, my
Oh, I see it. It landed in her cup holder on her chair. That's awesome. We could never do that again in a million tries.
I wouldn't advise it. Where's your moderator?
Oh, well, I saw it. All right, we're halfway done. So now you can see where it's cut. So you're not getting a disc in those areas. It just ain't happening. So let's see. All right. Everybody gets quiet as I'm playing with the jeweler saw. All right. Take it and get the tension on it. All right. Going for the first one on the other side.
Lack of sleep, have a box of Band-Aids handy.
So this blade is actually really sharp, but the teeth are so many of them and so close together. I've never cut myself.
Don't say that. It's like in healthcare, don't even stay quiet.
Almost shot Amanda again. Okay, so this one would be not exactly sure. Let's see, that was this one. So we're gonna say it's that one there. Yes, I am very lucky and or spoiled, however you want to say it. How the hell did that happen? All right.
Jim says eBay has a Microlux jigsaw / scroll saw.
Well, it's not a jig or scroll. Those are too big. The closest thing to this would be a coping saw, but even the blades on it are too big. Because I went to Harbor Freight looking for one of these and found a coping saw and thought, oh, a coping saw will work. Nope. And we finally broke the blade. But that's okay. Because sometimes when you break the blade, that's why this is adjustable. So that way you can just continue with the partially broken blade. You just can't get as much saw action. All right. So we're going to put that in there. All right. Oh, and I'm at the very end too.
So I asked a question. I said, anyone else lure their spouse into their train space with a good smelling candle? Lynn said, nope, not me. Wife can't smell. She can, but it affects her breathing. I use other devices to lure her in.
Okay.
I love that.
So, Lynn, do tell. It is much smaller than a coping saw. And yes, the blades are very delicate. All right, there's number 6. Let me go grab my coping saw and I'll show you the difference. All right. So y'all seen how small this saw is? This is my coping saw. It is much bigger. And the blade, this is the smallest blade I can get on a coping saw. That is the little piece of blade that just broke off. So, yeah, coping saw is too big. And the teeth are not, the teeth are not close enough together. It's kind of, you have to kind of think of it like using the teeth like on a hacksaw, per se. But all I know is this stuff was made in Germany. So,
The closet branch says, let's go BSN. Hello.
hey, Closet Branch, how's it going? Not really sure. Oh, Blue Streak merchandise.
Okay.
Or that's the only BSM I know of. All right. Okay, so we are down to 2 more. Okay, this blade is done. So there's that. Look how many saw blades they sent me. And that's not even all of them. So,
Lynn uses chocolates and candy for her, and when she sees pictures of my latest project, she wants to see them up close.
oh, that's cool, Liam. I could tell y'all something really cool. Amanda has some kits in here that she has yet to put together. Maybe y'all can persuade her into doing one.
Well, you're doing good with the good smell, and you're doing good with the Alani's in the fridge. So that's a pretty good start.
Yeah, she's literally got her own shelf in the fridge. Okay.
On the branch said, yes, Blue Streak merchandise, the most successful trains, just like this.
And the fastest freight train in America.
Joe Rader has a good point. She needs a workspace.
Well, if I give her one, she won't take it.
I think they're about to bust it out too.
Yeah, if I could get this thing doing what I want it to do.
Oh, no, he hasn't. So, Jason, have you tried getting him in?
BS. How about this? I've even made her workspace in the living room where she can watch her soap operas and whatnot. This one's got some solder on the top of the rail, so I'm knocking it off. So the only reason I'm filing this is it had a bead of solder on the top. That's the only reason. All right. No, the kits that she has is she's got a World War World War II duck boat kit by Walders to put together, and some houses and whatnot. Very good point, Dwayne. It's her house; she can pick her spot. I like how Dwayne thinks.
I did tell them, to be fair, I did take the office when I started working from home again.
That she did. So the Razorback room is no longer a Razorback room; it's a sloth room.
Not really, though.
No, it ain't.
Kind of clean and decluttered. We've been getting rid of stuff, you guys, like crazy. Stuff piles up, get tired of it. I get tired of it anyway.
And that's the last one. All right, I'm just going to set that in there. Now, where did it go? Oh, there it is.
Yep. He will not stop throwing stuff at me.
I know, right? All right, that's the 8th one. Go ahead and put that on there. Do that there. And I can get rid of this clamp now. But the jeweler saw I bought, it actually came with a clamp. It's here somewhere. Right here. So that way you can, and then clamp to it. But my DeWalt table, it's too thick that this didn't work, so I used a wood clamp and then just took this off. But it's got that centerpiece right here for, when you're cutting things. It works great. All right. Now we're going to get back to soldering. Dum dum dum. The trick to it is trying to put these on.
I'm just curious. Does anybody else in here build their own turnout?
I don't think anybody in here does. I think I'm the only one.
Or are they just like, let me go ahead and buy? already done.
Some people do that, but
We're like that with something.
you know, the only downside about doing that is sometimes you just can't get what you want. All right. Transferring these things on are a pain in the rear. I have to set that flat. Let's do it this way.
Dwayne said, "I'm in scale. No way."
I say it makes me wonder, like how Steve Arnold, you know, from Back on Track, does it because he built his own.
Is he in scale?
Yeah, and so is Vinny from BNSF 6951. He built his own too. Now I don't know if they ever attempted to build a slip switch, but being in scale, unless you're doing like a passenger facility, do you really need it? Okay, I might have to do a different option. Let me go get my other mini flathead screwdriver. I'm gonna get that. Here it is. All right. All right, and we'll get some flux on that and a dab of solder.
Dab. Does anybody else say dab? Dab.
Yep, just a dab.
I say dab.
Doesn't need to be much, but just a very little bit.
Look at that. Look at that.
All right, so I'm gonna hold it up close to the camera, but you can see that bottom one. We put that half rail joiner there. That is going to act as our hinge. All right.
That'll do you.
Yeah, a little. Yep, a little dab will do you.
I say smidge sometimes.
All right.
Jason's too young for that. Jim said, "Gotta make it see you later."
All right, Jen. Thanks for hopping in, man. I appreciate you. All right, so 2 down, 6 to go. I'm just going to do it that way. Let's turn her around. I think it worked better when I just put a little bit of flux here on this back end instead of in it. Go. All right, why are you not wanting to go in?
Make the delay house. Hydrates there.
Hey, Nathan. I saw your F unit RC car video. I think that's going to be pretty cool when you get that done. All right, so we got 3 down. And this will finish up one side.
Nathan said, "I agree, Jason, but I think I need a bigger RC car, but I'm going to save up for that."
Oh man, I think I just screwed up. Yeah, too much solder. Dadgummit. Let's see what happens if I just heat it up. Okay. We're gonna hope that don't affect it too much. All right. So there we go. We got four hinges. And before I do the other 4 hinges, I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy on here. Okay. All right. Let's get a little bit of flux on that. A little too much flux on that. There we go. This needs to be pushed that far. All right. I'm just going to try to get some solder on the iron, and then I'm just going to dab it. There we go. Well, maybe I need a little bit more flux. If I can't get some of that solder to go to it. Okay, this is a little frustrating. Oh god. Alright. Well, that failed miserably. Let me clean that. So, of course, the points would be the hardest part.
I think the last one I thought it was like a Pennsylvania, and if I would go,
Well, you can answer that.
I would go. He said, I find it interesting. We're both curious about where we live, what's life like, where we live, and it's very interesting with different sides. Yeah, never been to PA.
I've never been to any of the states surrounding PA. That says anything. All right, we're going to try this again. I don't know. It's like once I get the first one on, then I'm good. But this one here is wanting to be a pain in the rear. Trying to get this solder just to work. That's what I was afraid of. It did it again. So what it is there's some solder that got on the stock rail. And I've got to get that solder out. Let's see. If I got a flat. I do. Build a double slip. It would be fun, they said. Okay, I'm pretty sure I got it out this time. Like I said, once I get the first one done, we're golden. All right. Third time a charm? We shall see. maybe what I'll do is instead of butting it up to that stock rail. Oh yeah, because I see a problem right there already. There's solder on this side. There we go.
About going to Florida, and like you said, he grew up in Florida. Dwayne said, first time in Arkansas was in '85 when I was stationed at Little Rock Air Force Base. When we went to Florida when we got on the cruise ship.
Oh yeah. All right. Before I add any more solder on that, I want to screw this up even more because my damn tie slid all the way down. Dadgummit. Yeah, and it's still adhering. All right, so I'm probably going to have to do plan B on this. Ooh, that's warm. I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to flip and do the other one. Because that one there is starting to tick me off. So once I get one on there, I'm pretty good. I've only built one double and one single. And the single is not as tedious as the double. It's a little easier to work with. But this double is being a pain in the butt. All right, did that attach? Yes, it did. I believe so. Yes, it did. Nice. Now I can do the next point. Because once I get half of it done, then I can use my NMRA standards gauge to do the rest. I don't know why that's not wanting to come down there any. Why is it not wanting to go on that top? Okay, it did there. All right. Now that's doing what it's supposed to do. Hey, what about y'all? Get out of there. I've got some solder on top of the rail, but there you go. All right. I'm going to slide the jig out of the way like that. And we'll put in the next rail, which will be this one.
What different places we traveled and do.
Mm. All right. NMRA standard gauge. Here we come.
The reads will be back in a couple minutes.
All right, Joe. All right. Man, I'm not too thrilled with this. We got a slight little issue. Okay. I'll fix that in a minute. Let me get this one done first. All right. Go. Damn it. Dadgummit. Did it again. Oh, dadgummit. All right. This is the part I hate the most. Is getting this on there because I keep getting solder in where I should not be getting solder. Like, I don't know how to. Let me try my solder sucker and see if that helps. Yep, I'm going to take this guy out. Okay, got that. And make sure I don't have any solder on the bottom. I'm not seeing any. Okay. All right. Let's put this in here and get that in that side. All right. I think the one I'm going to do next is the bottom one. And then I'll do that top one. All right. That's those four. Make sure I have no solder on the bottom. Make sure I have no solder on the back side. Welcome back, Joe. Okay. That one goes in there, so I don't want to do that one. This is the one I want to do. Okay. If I can get that one in there. And let's see. See if I can move some flux on there, right there. at that and do that right there. Okay. Now that I've got that, now I'm going to put this back in the hinge. And what I will do is separate that son of a gun right there. And get some more flux. And some solder. All right. So there's one direction. There you go. That is one side of it completed. All of that just for one side. All right, who all did I miss coming in the chat? I think Amanda and Kyle Stevens. What's going on? Amanda, I guess kind of she got sidetracked. She was tired of me being frustrated. Okay.
Because we're celebrating Christmas. Have a chance for fun.
That would probably be a negative. Okay. Oh, before I put that back in the jig, and I got to put these guys on. But there is definitely nothing wrong for those who do have a Polar Express train set. I think it's pretty cool. The train that, and I got to get a Blue Nami decoder for it, is it says I only got 3 people watching. But probably what I would get, Nathan, would be a I got a Boy Scout train that I would use. So I know Sidetrack Sunday comes on in an hour. I don't know who's hosting tonight for Fifth Sunday. Maybe someone in the chat knows. Hey, James, Dundas Junction. What's going on? You missed a very exciting round of frustrations a minute ago. But I think where I need to be again. Okay. Brian's doing tonight. Hey, JD. And JD, while you're in here, I want to say thank you for supporting Aaron by getting you some popcorn. There's two. Oh man, that one did the same thing that that other one did. That one did too. Dadgummit. Like you try to just gently put the solder. I think I'm using the wrong solder. I think that's part of my problem. Let me see if I can get some of it out of there though. That seemed to help. I did real good on two of them, and man, not so good on the other two. All right. All right. What are we listening to from ZZ Top, Kyle? Are we listening to Sharp Dressed Man? I can play Amanda's favorite ZZ Top song if you want to hear it.
Yeah. He's gonna say, I don't want to say the name of the song because it might not be.
Huh? That ain't ZZ Top.
Say it out loud because of that.
That's Van Halen. Y'all have to forgive Amanda. She doesn't know her 70s.
No, I don't know. So what I think on break.
So Amanda's favorite ZZ Top song is Tube Snake Boogie.
Your favorite song?
Why mine? How does that song have the heebie-jeebies? Okay. Before I put the other two rails on, I'm going to try to get this one done first. You know what? I'm going to do something else too. We're going to pop you out. I'm going to take a couple of these scrap pieces and throw it under it. And set it on top. There we go. I'm not going to fight it like I did the last time. That's just ridiculous. I think that there will work. All right. Randall, I know it, dude. He's taller than me. LaGrange is a good song. right, let's get some solder on this guy. Okay. And frickin' of course, it does it again. I don't know how this keeps doing it. Like, how is solder getting in between this point rail and that stock rail? Like, I don't understand. Ooh, that's a little warm. But because it is, more filing I got to do. So this is the issues I was running into earlier. But I promise you, soon as I get this other one on, the next step is like the easiest. You know what? I'm gonna see if I got some tape. Because that thing just wants to keep sliding on me back and forth. Let me grab some tape real quick. Because I'm tired of fighting it. So we're gonna use electrical tape. So if you're interested in building turnouts, I would say the double slip is probably not one of the first ones you need to do. And I would probably say try to avoid doing the double slip as long as you can. Okay. Now, maybe that dude will not splat on me again. All right. Yeah, see, Aaron's in the ninth grade too. So they're the same age. She's what, 14? About to be 15? Okay. Stay. Okay. Let's see if this did what I wanted it to do. Aha, it did. So that one did exactly what I wanted it to do. Now, I got to try this one over here again. Since it wants to be a pain. And the royal, you know what. All right, let's get some solder on this guy. There we go. All right, moment of truth. There we going. All right. I do see a slight issue, but that's okay. I can fix that fairly easy. The point on this rail is just a little too long, so we can file her down. Or probably the quickest thing is to trim it just a little, not much, just a little. And then slide it back in. See if we can get our two rails to go supposed to. All right. Now to do the next part, that's points, so it needs to go. Why did I not come up with this idea to use tape sooner? That seems to work a little bit. All right, that one's in. And gotta get. Okay. That one's got solder down in the thing, of course. So I'll do like I did a minute ago, use the solder sucker. Has anyone nicknamed me Slip Switch yet? By God, I hope not, man. This one here has just been causing me fits. But it's only been causing me fits here at the end. It's always these little point rails. That's why I'm glad I changed my design up a little bit. So that way, because I was going to have to put two of these in. Okay. Okay. Point. Yeah. There we go. Good. All right. And get the tape on this. And the tape right there. Okay. And get some what?
And some people have it for this.
How many what? How many what will I have after this? Hey, F&B Railroad, welcome. Okay.
How many slips?
How many slips? I think I'll have one more to do, but it'll be a single, and that'll be on the bottom level. I'm hoping not to do any more of these doubles, man. They are a pain in the rear. So much a pain in the rear. But it's just the putting in the points is the tedious part. So all right, moment of truth, y'all. Hopefully that last one didn't fudge me. It did. That damn last one got me. Some buck. I don't know why. Always the last one. Okay. That's that there. Figure out what the hell is going on. All right, Mickey. I'm probably still going to be working on this by the time you get back. See, now what I have to do is kind of start all over with this one bar. All because one did not want to act right. All because one did not want to act right. Hey, Tim, did you make it home yet? I think you said you was on your way home. See, everybody's watching is like, yep, this is the reason why I'm not building those. This would be why.
He said I got to operate on layout. Rough fan before Jason gets the fat ones.
I know. Boy, and fighting I am.
I said I'm just here so I don't get fined.
That's funny.
Who's fined?
Hmm.
We're talking about who's fined.
Okay. Starting over. That there. Okay. Okay. That one did good. We got one. One down. All right, that's a bottom one. That is a bottom one. So this is the next one. All right. Of course, it was the one that I was trying to do. Okay. That solder on the top. Hell yeah. Well, hell, there's part of the problem on this one. Okay.
Papa John Train says, what kind of solder should I buy for engine work?
For engine work, the solder I'm using is 6040. Alpha Fry 6040. I use it for everything. Building turnouts. Okay.
Ellen A said, have you tried Photo 87 crowbars? They are hard to come by, but work really nice.
No, I have not.
Papa John says, thanks.
You are welcome. Yo, I didn't have this much problem with the Big Mamba Jamba I did.
CP 368 says 6 more days, and I drive an hour away again for an op session. Then the train show the next day, September, starting off busy.
Well, I've got, what, 4 weekends, and I'm hosting an op session. That's why I would really, really like to get this done. But I don't know if I will or won't. Yeah. I think I'm going to try it this way. All right. Last one. Is it going to give me problems? Put your bets in the chat now.
Papa Jones said, I got a cotton belt. Intending to tell you $25 old ever.
Oh, that ain't bad. Is it a 45 T-2 or is it a 40? And if you don't know the difference, I can easily show you. You're freezing.
I just have to go get my blanket. Can't keep me in here and freeze me out.
I ain't freezing you out. Not yet.
He said, I don't know.
All right. It's not the best. I'm not a fan with that last one. Let's see. Can I put a thing like a spacer of some type? Because I'm gonna have to fix. Some of the points are good, and some of them are just not good. But I'm afraid that if I do this, that I'm going to screw it up. That did good. All right. This side's going to be a little tougher to do. I think that'll work. It's not the prettiest, but it functions. We're going to go with it. All right. How about that? We're done with the soldering. Yep. Turn the iron off. Clean the tip. This is like one of the coolest tip cleaners. All right. So now that that is done, some people will say, well, you need to wash it because the flux is corrosive, yada, yada, yada. Well, that's if you use corrosive flux. If you use this no wash flux, it's not corrosive. So, do you paint and weather all the turnouts? Joe, eventually I do. I just don't do it right now. But yes, eventually I do. Tim, that's right. Always got to clean the tip. You got Amanda over here rolling. Jeez Louise.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Her and her dirty mind.
No, you don't know what I was laughing at.
Oh, I know what you was laughing at.
You don't know what I was laughing
Oh, that, yeah, I do.
at.
Her dirty mind.
No.
So, this is good stuff. Yep, that's right, Papa John, just the tip. Good stuff. I'm going to tell you a caution, a warning. If you get this stuff in your clothes, it's not coming out. So, better heed that warning.
That's fine.
And this stuff kind of comes out quick, but this is some good stuff.
Lynn wants to know if it's good for holding dentures in.
Lynn, well, I would assume that if you tried that, you will probably never have to take the dentures out.
There wouldn't be a need for the polydent.
Yeah, you would not need any polydent. Leave it to Lynn. And then the wooden ties that I'm using, these are from Kapler Lumber Company. And I believe it's a sugar pine. Take that one and turn. All right. And we'll have to use some of the small ones over here. So these are the 8-foot ties from Kapler. And then, of course, these are the 16-footers for turnouts.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, no. Don't you start that tisk stuff. No, you ain't. You over here with everybody else talking about the tip.
I didn't say anything about it.
See, you can't even say it with a straight.
No, I'm moderating. I'm reviewing the chat.
Excuses.
What I'm over here doing.
Excuses. And this is what makes the turnout look bootyful. And we'll do one more on each. And then, as I was telling everybody, these point form tools are great for weights. And I got some more right here. Just to hold that glue in.
Oh, we're doing great. Put up. You've always got such a good following, good supporters, good people.
Oh yeah, because I mean we're talking about tips.
I didn't say anything about the tip. That is all. That is all in the chat. That's
No, but you sure did laugh about it.
no.
Yeah, you did. You still laughing. That is very true, Tim.
What is Bailey Softwoods?
Rick Bailey.
I don't know much about model railroad, but I don't think you need softwood when you're building things.
Yeah, it did not come from Rita.
Mickey's back.
Welcome back, Mickey. All right. Oh, we're over here. Oh, I'm going to use that one next. And what's that? A number 6? Okay. Okay. I need to do this side over here first.
It's the industry from our freelance that honors Rick. Oh, he has an industry called Bailey's Softwood.
Oh, okay.
No. It's the industry from our freelance that honors Rick.
I mean, he might. I mean, everybody likes to get their wood from Rick. Well, I will tell y'all, this stream has definitely gone to the dark side.
Mickey said, had to go back. Oh, I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's the worst.
Jack, I'm not tearing anything up.
Jack said, hell. No comment.
Do what?
Also, no comment on the. Jason also has a lumber industry in the freelance plans. Interesting.
All right. That's the last of the glue I'm going to need for today. Y'all are something else.
Wilson Specialty Hardwood.
Jack, I'm going to tell you one thing. If you're going to ask me to build you a double slip, I'm going to tell you right now, the answer is no.
That's funny. Just said, gone for the dark side.
That is the dark side.
Why? Because it's smaller?
Hell yeah, my fat sausage fingers can't do that stuff.
No, you wouldn't be able to.
That's why I wasn't much help with Junior. When he told me he wanted to go in because he wanted to be different, I was like, oh shit. Like, son, come on.
Jack said, no. Come on, man.
Man, only if you knew how much fighting
Painful to watch.
I did trying to get the points. It's the points, man. The points is what's the toughest part. I would build you a quad diamond before a double slip. Double slips are the hardest.
Rick says a double slip there. Come on, double.
Yeah, it's a double slip.
What was the big one that you did?
What big one?
The Mama Jamba. Big Mama Jamba.
Oh, that is 2 30-degree diamonds, 2 number 6 crossovers, and a number 5 turnout. That is the big Mama Jamba. All right. Oh, there's other ones. Okay. All right. Now we sit and wait. And we're not going to sit and wait the whole time because I'll leave this like this. And tomorrow what I'll do is I'll trim the ties as needed and then look at installing it on the layout. So, but yes, Jack, it is a double slip. I need to go clean my jig now. My jig's a little dirty. But that's normal. But you can use soap and dish Dawn soap and water. Speaking of curved switches, hold on, Jack. This will be, and y'all see this is paper, right? I mean, it is paper. This will be the next one I do. It is a number 10. Outside radius is 28 inch. Inside radius is 24 inch. So this will be the next turnout I do. So hold it a little closer. You can see it's curved. So this one is going to be another pain in the ass, but not a big pain in the ass. It'll be a small. It's nowhere near as bad as that. But I needed it. So 30-28. They don't make a 30-28. They make a 30-27. So that is close to 28 as you can get. I would have to. A 30-28 is probably going to be like a number 12. I would assume. But, I have the point forms for a number 10. So a curved double slip, oh, hell no. Not no, but hell no.
There's some language.
I know it. My language is already shot. So the nice thing about having these point forms, different ones, is I'm just going to, they're heavy. I mean, how heavy do you think this one thing is? About 3-4 pounds?
Probably 5.
Maybe closer to 5. I mean, it's solid steel. So now let's just do easy math, right? So I've got 5 of these on here. So if they're 5 pounds a piece, I mean, that's 25 pounds, holding those wooden ties on. But I did start some work up in the yard, and I've got something really cool to show y'all. So if you give me just a minute to get set up, it'll only take me like a minute. I'm going to show y'all something really cool that I'm going to implement on the bottom level. So just bear with me. And keep them company.
You want me to keep them company?
Hell yeah.
I don't think I'm camera work.
No, you don't have to be on the camera, but talk to him. You got to talk to him.
Drop it on your. I'm reading the chat. Drop it on your toe and guess the weight. No, we don't. We don't do that. What type of glue do you use for the wood? What type of glue do you
That
use?
is Pliobond.
Pliobond. He wasn't in here for the whole denture conversation.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because Lynn wants to use that on his dentures.
Lynn said, "Should I have held my breath?" You probably should not. Kyle says I ordered that's a lot of numbers. 4 of the 24-inch radius curves for my layout from Walgreens.
All right, y'all ready? All right, seasickness time. Y'all get to look at me now. All right, let me flip the camera around. And so, guys, this just to let you know, this is a test from your Colonel Cotton Belt Broadcasting System. So, if anybody can tell what this is a hump, right? Yes, I plan on putting a hump yard. And so, just to kind of show you, I'm going to act as the locomotive, right? And so going at jack speed, constant jack speed. And I'll have to tune some of the cars because some of them speed a little faster than the other. But there you go. I figured out how to do it without using electromagnets. I mean, they're just magnets. And like I said, some of the cars, they go a little easier than the others. But yeah, I was doing it like speed step 6 or 7 on an NCE. But I mean, so that is a prototype that I am working on. And if you're wondering what's underneath, it's these, and they go under the track. So I have a whole bunch of magnets. So I thought y'all would get a kick out of that. Now, for y'all coming in and hanging out with me and watching me go through my frustrations, y'all get to see something that everybody else has not seen yet, because that is the first time I've shared it. So, but as far as the layout goes, I did kind of share some of this with Back on Track, but not a lot. So here we've got Brinkley Tool and Die and the M. Farley Company. So it's double tracked, and it's going to go to this turnout here, or this diamond here. And this is where I put in that curved turnout. So, as far as in this area over here, here's the big Mamba Jamba that I built. Let me backtrack so you how long it is. It starts right here. It's 49 and 15/16 of an inch. So let's just say 50 inches, right? Number 6 crossover, you got 2 diamonds. And number 5 turnout. This turnout is the Cotton Belt's entry into the yard. Rock Island's entry is right here. All right. This is a turnout for the runaround track. The double slip that I'm building is going right here. So you can see the blue. And then this will be yard track 1, and this will be the ladder. This will be the runaround. All right. And then, of course, the other number 6. And so the yard will go all the way up to the wall. And I started working on that this morning. I've got 3 pieces of track in. So there you go. All right. Let's see what the new comments are. Yep. Double diamond. Damn Jason Mega Mixmaster. I know, right? Yeah, the Mamba Jamba, it's a big one. But one of the problems, so like I said, I've got people coming to operate on the layout at the end of September. And I would love to have all these turnouts put in by then. But one of the problems I'm running into is this is all the rail I have left. 4 full 3-foot sticks and about 1 2.5 foot stick. A number 5 turnout takes a little bit more than 1 3-foot stick. It takes about 3.5 feet of rail. So I guess when I get paid, I'll have to look at getting some rail ordered. It's just part of it, right? So, but yeah, we get to sit, watch, glue to dry, and then, yeah. So, other than that, that's really all I got. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, it is just about time for Sidetrack Sunday to start. And from what I was told, it's Brian with the Iron Horse. I don't remember the rest of his channel's name, but it's Brian. So, sorry about that. Brian is going to be doing Sidetrack Sunday here in a little bit. So I encourage you to go check him out, even though he does reside on the dark side with N-Scale. But yeah, go check him out. Other than that, that's all I really got. So we got it done just in time. And I got to show you a hump prototype and what I'm doing up there. So tight bond and the red dries pretty fast. Oh. But anyways, before y'all head out, make sure that you subscribe, fill in the bell if you haven't already, and help me out. Thumb it up. Even though I had some frustrations, we got it done. Let's thumb it up, right? So other than that, y'all be safe out there. I wish y'all a great rest of your Labor Day weekend, and I'll catch you next time. Happy railroading.